Alexei Navalny passed away, and not by natural causes. So we go to the highest form of poetry, the sonnet, as made famous by William Shakespeare. And so we will commemorate Alexei Navalny with the highest form of poetry. Sonnet number 1 on Navalny. The greater part of the world shrouded in sorrow, remembering a man of the highest stature, a country in doubt about what ill will follow. The soul of resistance he was known to capture. His honored name is Alexei Navalny. He saw a country in need of leadership. He strived to be the best that he could be, to thwart the most brutal dictatorship. Of Russian and Ukrainian descent, trained in the law, he entered politics. He didn't know the meaning of the word can't, and resented corruption and unfair, dirty tricks. Made attempts at reform and more than one debate. He slowly grew in skills, destined to be great. So, sonnet number 2. So he began working in the system, seeing various fraud. His thoughts did evolve. Tried different parties and more than one election. It led to his developing a deeper resolve. He developed skills of investigation, calling out corruption and numerous crimes, put together a superb team and organization, and was a truth teller in very false times. He exposed Putin's evil and illegitimate wealth. Of course, he was subject to persecution, and the powers of dictatorship, open and by stealth, but he never attempted a violent insurrection. His mantra was so bold, Russia should be free. Oh, the boldness of the great Navalny. He ran for office. The system wouldn't admit anyone but the dictator and cronies could win. He persevered in resistance and never would quit. With so many setbacks, he could still laugh and grin. He was blessed to find a most wonderful wife. She was his equal in strength and intelligence, and a marvelous helper during his life. It was hard to choose who had the most brilliance, and it was his wife who gave him his best luck when he was nearly killed by the FSB. His clothing laced with the poison Novichok. His wife saved him by getting him to Germany. Yulia Navalny, with no match in bravery, gave more years of life to cat-like Alexei. So many wished, this is number 4, so many wished for the great man's recovery. Despite all, he felt it was his patriot duty to return to his most unsafe but loved country with a villainous leader who loves treachery. He said to his followers, they must persevere. After he returned with resigned dignity, they were not allowed to give up, is what they did here. And soon Putin caused the death of Navalny. He was compared to the great Mandela, or even the saint like Martin Luther King. But now we must try to enliven his aura, as sad memorials the people do sing. Rest in moral power, Alexei Navalny. May the strength to resist be your legacy.